Hello and welcome back to Breathe with Jenny. Now we're going to be focusing on strengthening our shoulders. If you've ever taken a yoga class, chances are you've taken downward facing dog many times. You may have also taken plank pose. You may have done chaturanga, which is moving from a high to a low push-up and then back into upward facing dog. Even things like taking cat-cows on your hands and knees or balancing, say in bird dog, requires a fair amount of shoulder strength that many of us just don't have. So I like to focus in my classes and in my private sessions on strengthening people's shoulders, which ultimately leads to more pleasant experiences in all of those poses that I just mentioned. So let's start with two that I'd like to focus on today. They are taken on your stomach and don't require any props at all. So join me. All right, lying down prone. We'll start by working on the left shoulder, the back of the left shoulder. So you can come down and rest on your right arm however you would like and take your left arm long. And ideally we would work up to 10 repetitions of this, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to do 5. With each breath in, you're going to press your hand into the mat or into the ground, and as you exhale, you'll lift that arm up. Inhale, lowering, pressing down. Feel the back of that shoulder working. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower and press. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower, press down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, press down. Exhale, lift. And then lower and rest. And when you're doing this at home or when you come and meet with me, you can, of course, rest your head, something like this. After that, we move on to step 2. Same arm, same shoulder, this time bending the elbow so that you have about a 90-degree angle. Again, what you do with your right arm and how you rest your head is completely up to you, although I do usually recommend for this particular strengthener that you actually watch your arm, at least for the first couple of times, to make sure you're doing this correctly. What we're going to do, again, is breathe in and press that hand down. As we exhale, the elbow's going to stay rooted and the forearm and the hand will lift. Breathe in, lower, press down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, pressing down. Exhale, lift. And again, you'll do that a couple more times. And also with your head resting down. Something like that. Now, what I notice a lot of people do, and myself included the first few times I did this, was breathe in and press down, and on the exhale, do something like this by bending, extending the wrist. Nothing wrong with that motion, but it doesn't allow you to work on the back of your shoulder, which is why I suggest that you take a peek when you first do this and make sure that you're keeping a nice long arm, long wrist, keeping the elbow rooted and just lifting. And maybe you come up this much, that's okay. And you may also notice a difference with your other arm, with your other hand, depending on maybe if one is dominant over the other. So you'll find, I think, that this is actually quite a lot of work. Keep your attention on the backs of your shoulders as you do this. After you do one arm, of course, you'll rest your head on the left arm and do the same work with the right. So give it a try at home. Again, all you need is yourself and the ground. And then I encourage you to come to class. Again, this is a strengthener, so we usually work on this on Thursday nights at 7:30. And it's also something I do with my private students. So hope to see you soon.